back to Third Phase of Moon. You've got the Cousins Brothers, and we've got incredible videos from around the world, so buckle up. Thanks for being with us tonight. What are we looking at?
This is a good close-up. What we're looking at is something that's not conventional. It doesn't match anything that we could recognize in the sky as one of ours. This looks something otherworldly, maybe something from the Space Force, new technology. We just don't know what it is. Look how it just stalls up there and how close the commercial airliner gets to this object. Still going to throw it out there. We still don't know the distance between the distance between these objects, but it seems like they're pretty close from what I'm looking at here. Again, we're not seeing any wings on this object. Nothing's keeping this up in the air. We don't see any propulsion like we see with the commercial airliner. We're looking at something very unusual. We can see it go right behind the line right there. What we're looking at is a real deal, Blake.
Absolutely. This is incredible footage. As Brent just stated moments ago, we're looking at the phenomenon. That's what we do best right here at Third Phase of Moon. Guys, I want to get your opinions. What are we looking at? Brent suggested maybe Space Force or some kind of new technology, or is this something maybe otherworldly? As I get a closer look in this still photograph, again, I'm not seeing any propulsion here. In this moment of time to get this capture of this stationary craft as a commercial jet airliner leaves it in its wake, and this thing's just hanging up there. I'd have to say, again, we can't make out the exact proximity to the commercial airliner, but it seems that it is in focus on both objects pretty much at the same altitude. So I would have to estimate that this thing has to be at least 30 to 40 feet in length. And again, we're seeing this close encounter, this close near collision with the commercial airliner. This is blowing me away. Where is the major media right now talking about this? All right, we've got more videos coming into Third Phase Moon, but before we get to those, I just wanted to let you know we're going to be also having Michael Schratt, military historian, tell us about some of these crash retrievals, and it's coming up in this episode. But right now, take a look at this. We're looking at this, and again, I'm kind of blown away on the evidence coming in tonight. Multiple cameras, sky watchers, are capturing the phenomenon, two different angles. This thing's just zipping by at extraordinary rates of speeds, and at this moment, the unknown is right in front of us. But the question is, what the heck is it? We're playing it back and forth. We're doing some enhancements here. Sky watchers, Carlos is doing some really good work. Capturing the phenomenon across his territory. Brent, your thoughts?
Yeah, there's two things I see here. We're seeing the light source, whatever object this is, appear from behind the mountain itself, which is pretty incredible. It shows scale and size. Is this time lapse? I'm not sure. But right now we can see it, another one come right behind the tree as well. Again, giving kind of a dimension and scale to what this object is. We don't know what the phenomenon is going on right here, but it is special enough to share it on Third Phase Moon and share it with all you right now.
It's kind of crazy. We're looking at this, and it almost seems that there's two orbs that split off each other when we do this enhancements. Let me do this once more. If you look closely, there's in this one angle. Let's watch for it. So it's super quick, but here it comes. There it is. A split second, two lights split off of this thing, and one of them goes into opposite direction. Incredible footage. Let's get to more UFO videos just into Third Phase. Check this out. This video lasts for approximately 2 minutes. We're just going to let it roll. I'm going to go back and forth to some close-ups and the original footage. Let's roll it right now. Guys, leave your comments. What the heck are we looking at? Some unknown cigar-shaped craft just hovering there. But as we watch it, you're going to see. Just watch. By the way, we've got Paul Barrett back, our Third Phase of Moon music guy. He's bringing the tunes as we're watching the phenomenon right now. But look at this very closely. This is where it gets very unusual. This thing starts to expand, and then all of a sudden kind of just morph into nothing. Just watch this. It only lasts for a few moments. Incredible. All right, guys, I'm looking at this. That just blows my mind. Did you see what just happened before our eyes? I'm going to do a little bit of enhancement, but at the moment, this thing was there and now it's not. And again, no manipulation. This is legitimate video coming into Third Phase Moon. No CGI. This is legitimate stuff. But look, as I enhance this footage and speed it up about, I don't know, I think I did about 400% speeding this thing up just to last for about 9 seconds. Did you see this thing morph? Look at this, Brent.
Dang, dude, that's pretty awesome. You can see it just, it looks like a huge pencil in the sky, and then it tilted on its axis, and it looked like it just shot out of the atmosphere.
Something happened over the Norway-Finland airspace. Watch these videos. Once again, let's get a close-up look. I'm actually adding some brightness contrast. This thing is zipping across the sky, undulating. Quite interesting, but what's amazing is that we have multiple eyewitnesses, 3 in fact. Take a look at this. So did you guys see that we have in this close-up image 2 accompanying orbs of this object, celestial in nature, maybe something built, some intelligence. Look at this accompanying orbs besides this burning up object. It seems to me that there is some kind of reference to, as people are stating, that it looks like the Mandalorian's new ship that he acquired in the new TV show Book of Boba Fett. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, Mando's ship's pretty badass. Look at that thing, streamlined. Yes, indeed, it does look something similar to this capture right here, this still that we're looking at. And I'm really happy that people are on the ground and they really captured some really good footage right here. And I like the way this thing's is screaming. Is it skipping across our atmosphere, up in the horizon there, up in the stratosphere, or is this closer? This looks a little closer, and the way it's moving and captured in daylight, it's a pretty rare phenomenon. Is this more experimental craft that we're looking at, or just a celestial event? But then when we look at that other photo and stills of what we're looking at and captured by multiple events, this is a good capture. Let's look at this again.
You see the guy right there. He notices something in the sky. He steps into frame, and we're looking at this closer right now. That's what it's about. We're enhancing it, and we're getting the people's opinions in this live premiere. What it could be is a question that we want to find out. Could it be simply space junk or a meteorite? That definitely is a possibility, no doubt about it. But when we look at this closer, and especially with the upcoming little enhancements with the accompanying orbs on its right and left flank, that gives away something that seems, like I said, intelligence behind it. Look at this thing. It's just zipping. It almost looks like the video's fast forward, but it's in real time, indicating the fast rate of speed. Is this hypersonic experimentation going on above our skies, and this could be a craft with, who knows, accompanying orbs around it. Look at this. You see it left to right. Those orbs aren't like drifting one way or the other. They're solid in its proximity to this. Very, very peculiar. Brent?
Yeah, it almost looks like tips of wings, and it's glinting off of it. And this like booster coming out from the back. I've seen this before in what looks like aviation, and this looks more aviation than a celestial event.
Yep. People will be saying this could be the Mandalorian's new craft that he acquired. But again, the evidence is interesting. Now let's get to more right now. Buckle up. Watch this. These bright luminescent orbs are making an appearance all of a sudden for no reason this week, and people are capturing the phenomenon. Look at this thing. It's just hovering there, and it's very bright. It almost looked like magma.
Yeah, the frequency of these lights in the sky, people are fascinated on what's going on. Are these Chinese lanterns? I'm ruling that out. We're looking at something more of a fiery combustion to it. Look at it. It's just glowing, and these things are, again, happening around the world. I'm thinking new technology or something else visiting planet Earth.
Yeah, some people might say these are just individual military flares or a flare, but I don't know about this one. As we're looking at it, it definitely showcases its brilliance, but we're not seeing any kind of indication of a parachute or any kind of smoke coming from whatever these, again, red orb luminescent objects are. Brilliant display of the phenomenon, and people like you from around the world are actually capturing it, and that's what's important, that we're all in this together. Could these be drones? Possibly, but then again, the characteristics behind the mannerism and the display of its brilliance of light indicates that these aren't simple drones. So we could dismiss that. The question is, what is it? And our panel members that we've been working with are working on something very special for you in the upcoming week here. We're going to be dropping the trailer. We're going to release this documentary for free. And let me tell you, it's going to be a wild, mind-bending ride. So stay tuned for that trailer drop. And our panel members that are participating, like Richard Giordano from Goof On and Dark Hour Paranormal, including Doc Skinner from 1028 Productions. We're working together on something special, so we're going to be bringing that to you. Now, let's get to the next video. Watch this. Coming in from Jaime Maussan, he wanted us to share this with our Third Phase Moon fans and get your guys' opinions of what do you think this possibly could be. What is it? It's illuminated. Again, I don't think it's a drone, but maybe it could be some kind of new experimental drone that we're not privy to the information.
From Jaime Maussan, he wanted to share this with you, and it's popping out again from the left side of the volcano here. This is another object. This isn't the same video. This is entirely different, but what we're seeing is the same kind of characteristics of what's happening.
Yeah, look at that. It's behind the volcano itself. Again, we're having two comparisons, and then that gives a lot of scale to whatever this craft is. I'm having to estimate, and again, this is theoretical because we really can't get a size comparison just between the mountain and the stars. But wow, this one passes in front of it. So I'm saying that this thing's at least 30 to maybe, I don't know, 100 feet, maybe even more. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, the best part is that we have two separate events with the same kind of characteristics of this UFO flight phenomenon. And what this is, I can't tell you, and how large it is. I'm thinking it's massive, probably about the size of a half a football field, because this volcano is rather large. It's not something like a small mound or something. This thing's massive. So we're looking at something that's undeniably huge.
Wow, this is incredible stuff, and that's why we're putting it out. And again, we're not taking any breaks. We want to get the information out to the world. So we've got more UFO videos. So guys, I want you to take a close look at this and tell me what you think in the comments below. Watch this. A photograph of what appears to be some kind of trajector beam, either beaming down from the sky or up from the ground. I'm not exactly sure what could possibly do this. Some people might say this is a lightning bolt, but from what the eyewitness stated is that this thing remained there for quite some time. Unfortunately, we don't have any lengthy video on this sighting here, but wow, what a spectacular phenomenon we're looking at. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, again, wild stuff right here into Third Phase Moon. Again, everybody, Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat. Guys, do you know what this is? It looks like a funnel cloud. Notice the colors. It's translucent with this purple, hueish blue color. It's quite beautiful. It almost has an iris-shaped light around this funnel tube, you could call it. And that's quite interesting in itself. Good stuff.
Yeah, weather manipulation, a funnel cloud. Again, I've never seen anything quite like this. Pretty wild what's going on in the weather recently. More videos coming in. Watch this.
Miren qué privilegio, aquí va pasando una nave de nuestros hermanos dirigiéndose hacia el oriente. Aquí estamos, qué belleza, miren cómo ha crecido la luz. Gracias mis hermanos por darnos la oportunidad de dejarse observar. Hoy es viernes 17 de diciembre del año 2021. Son las 5:15 de la mañana. Aquí estamos por el...
All right. Crazy footage right now, if authentic, which it seems to be. We're looking at something in the night sky that resembles some kind of diamond-shaped craft, and it's just hovering there. And you could hear it in the person's voice that whatever language you speak, you know when you see something that you can't explain, it just kind of rings loud and true in human vocal perception and how they relate what they're experiencing, and we could hear it in his voice. An incredible broad daylight sighting. Check this out.
Ve cómo se ve. ¿Qué es eso?
All right, we're looking at this video again. We're going to get a closer look. I'm adding some brightness, contrast, a little of hue just to make the color pop. We're looking at this craft, and it is absolutely stunning to witness this in broad daylight. We could hear from the eyewitness over there in South America, Mexico. They had no idea what was going on. They're really lucky to capture this once in a lifetime moment. This craft, in my opinion, is very bright. Look at these lights. For it to have this kind of illumination in broad daylight, whatever these lights are, they're powerful in their display. It's incredible the size and manner of this craft, if that's what it is. Some people might speculate that these are just simply flares, but as we're looking at the video a little closer, we don't see any kind of descent from these lights. They remain perfectly stationary over the city. The person has some time trying to get his bearings and get a good shot of this thing, but as we're looking at this video. Again, it's incredible to imagine what kind of things are going on over Mexico. An incredible display. Brent, I want to get your thoughts here.
Yeah, Blake, I'm going to definitely rule out drones or flares. This thing remains static. It's just floating above the city over there. And I'm looking at the size. You can see that it's off in some distance there, and it's almost in relevance to the cityscape itself. So this thing's massive. I'm almost going to say it's almost size as one of those large structures on the ground over there. So it's almost about 5 stories tall. This thing's some sort of massive craft that's just floating in the sky, and I don't think they're just orbs. I believe this thing is a one-piece craft. It's connected. The whole thing is just a solid object. We're going to get a close-up of this thing right now and see what it does and make it pop.
Absolutely. Did you see this? It almost looks like one craft there, Brent. That's incredible. This is pretty interesting stuff. No doubt, like you say, Brent, the size of the buildings down there, if you think about it, in my opinion, the width of this thing is at least 50 feet. And from the top to bottom, I would say about another 20 feet. So 5 stories wide and about 2 stories tall. And look at this. It's approximately about 7 luminescent orbs up on top and this one lonely orb on the bottom. Again, is this one craft? When we looked at that photograph, that's pretty amazing that you almost see some kind of structure behind it. Some people might even say this is some blimp, but I've never seen a blimp like this. If you could compare any kind of blimp that looks like this, please share it with us, because I'm gonna have to rule that out as well. Again, you see the mountain in the way background over there behind the city, so I don't think this is any kind of tower or a pole. It's incredible to behold, and I love these broad daylight sightings. Do you guys dig these kind of videos, the broad daylights, like I do? I sure love this kind of evidence that's come in, and it seems like Mexico is just lighting up with incredible activity. Look at this. Let me bring up this still photograph again. It's pretty incredible just to look at this. I'm adding again little brightness contrast, pulling it in. For a second there, it looked almost like the Superman symbol. Oh, that's so strange. Incredible stuff. Now, speaking of Mexico, Jaime Maussan over there wanted us to share this video. Watch. Boom. An incredible display and an opening. Electromagnetic pulse that just happened over the atmosphere over Canada. Let's watch this again. Boom. And the shockwave. This is very amazing. I've never quite seen anything like this, and I'm so glad that Jaime gave us the heads up. Well, let's watch this one more time here. Here it comes into. All right, this is very strange. Is this, I don't know, some kind of an explosion, some kind of blast up there? Was there an accident? Is this some experiment that worked perfectly or not perfectly? I'm not exactly sure. Look at the way this thing just rips through the sky with this electromagnetic shockwave. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, this is incredible footage at 30,000 feet over Canada. It's just, I've never seen anything like this. Like you said, Blake, it kind of reminds me of, just to say, Boba Fett when he releases that kind of missile and then he drops it and it creates this huge explosion and you just hear this sound. And it kind of reminds me of that. If you guys know what I'm talking about, this is just like an incredible plasmic display. Could it be some sort of secret space test that we weren't aware of and they never gave us a heads up, and somebody in the plane just managed to film this event that just happened and took place? This is so stunning.
Absolutely, Brent. I could watch this all day long. It's an incredible capture. It's hard to believe, too, because at about 30,000 feet, the passengers witnessing this outside, and it's hard to tell on how high this anomaly, this atmospheric disturbance is. It could be at the stratosphere level, so it's a huge display. It covers hundreds of miles if that's the case. Again, this is something incredible. I think we're going to have to do a follow-up on this, maybe do a little bit more research, find out exactly what this possibly could be, but it is a huge event. I think we're going to get Alex Gershowitz and have him look into this, see if we could find out, and we'll be updating I guess tomorrow on Third Phase Moon, see if we could figure out what this anomaly is, because it is, again, an incredible sight to behold here.
This is it, guys. Wake up, everybody. This is the breaking news every day right here at Third Phase Moon. Gotta give a big thumbs up to Jaime Musan for sharing this with us. This phenomenon that's happening right now, this event, is kind of something that needs to be told to the masses. If nobody shares this and gets this up on the main news, the major media, and have represented that Third Phase of Moon and Jaime Musan broke this news, what's going to happen? Because I think this is going to break out, and I bet they don't give credit to where it's due.
Yep, the idea of information and how it gets out to the major media, and if credit's given to the person or the source of the breaking news. Yes, this is an issue going on right now, and we're so happy that everybody's joining us because they know where the source is. The source is right here at Third Phase Moon, getting down to these incredible videos and sharing it to you as fast as possible. We even have more videos coming up in just moments, but we just want to let everybody know you're at the right place, and we enjoy everybody who's here chiming in and giving us information that they might have privy insight to. So this is a collaboration with the planet, you, the people that are helping us, trying to get down to basically disclosure. That's what Third Phase of Moon's all about, and I think we've already had disclosure. It's already happening. It's just people aren't realizing it's right in front of their face. Look at some of this stuff, whether it's maybe extraterrestrial in origin, that remains to be seen, but who doesn't agree here that there's technology that has been reverse engineered and it's not being shared with us? I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will agree with me on that, and that's the whole point of Third Phase Moon. We want to answer the big question. We want this technology for ourselves. So what caused this atmospheric disturbance, possibly in the stratosphere, right now remains a mystery to us, but I hope we could find out very soon. We want to thank everybody from around the world who joined us in this incredible episode right here at Third Phase of Moon. It's our pleasure bringing you the latest UFO videos from around the world. And if you've captured anything amazing, send it to us right here at Third Phase. My email is in the description below. Upload your video to social media and copy paste it to my email. We're standing by. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. This is Blake Cousins. We're not alone. We'll see you next time.